Marina to start recording. Hello, everyone. My name is Nindu. I use he, him pronouns, and once again, welcome to the webinar, Meet Your College Fellows. Uh, I'm Nindu. I'm the Student Engagement Coordinator at ISSS, and I'll start with a brief overview of today's webinar. First, we are excited to have Molly Potts, the Interim Director of International Student and Scholar Services, who will welcome you to Meet Your College Fellows. Then we will introduce the upcoming Global Golf Experiences events, all the in-person events, and how to stay connected with ISSS. Next, Maggie Harris will introduce the leadership minor and will discuss the resources to help you succeed not only academically, but also in your personal development as an international student at the University of Minnesota. Then we will have Imjan Istayeva from the graduate school to introduce important resources for graduate students. At the end, we will have breakout rooms. In these small groups, you can ask questions and connect at a much more personal level with your college representatives, and you will get to know more about your college in these breakout rooms. And just a quick note before I hand it over to Molly. We won't be answering questions through the chat during the session. So please save your questions for the breakout rooms where you can get a much more personalized and a specific response to your questions. With that, I will pass it over to Molly Potts to do the official welcome. Molly?
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon and good evening. I am Molly Ports. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm the interim director of the International Student and Scholar Services Office, or as Nindu said, ISSS or ISSS. We are a lucky office. We work with over 1,000 incoming international students this fall and with scholars from around the world. Not only do we provide the global golfer experiences, but we are with you throughout your entire degree program here at the U. We are a resource for you, and we can help you navigate our great and large institution. Our ISSS vision is that the university is an engaged and inclusive international learning community. Being here today helps you get started being an active member in the community, and I'm really glad you are here to learn from staff and experts and have the opportunity to connect with those in your college. I'd like to give a shout out to all of those who are here today representing the colleges. It is morning here in Minnesota. We have more than 20 campus partners here today. Thank you for being in the space today with the new students from around the world. Before turning it over to our presenters, we know it's been a challenging time for many of our students to schedule visa appointments and complete the visa process. These challenges and others may impact your ability to arrive in time for the fall semester. We will have an ISSS breakout room where you can ask our experts questions that you may have related to late arrival. Now, I will pass it to Malik, grad student leader at ISSS.
Thanks, Molly. And hey everyone, this is Malak, and I'm a grad student leader at ISSS, and I'll continue by introducing the upcoming events. All of our webinars are recorded, and you can find the recordings by clicking the link our team will post in the chat, or on GGE website. Now we are in August and we are excited for you to arrive on campus and welcome you all in our in-person events. All the events listed on the slide are in-person events. We have the Goldies Intro to Welcome Week, which is in August 31st, and the Academic Success Day, which is on September 1st. I strongly encourage you to join the Academic Success Day as you will learn the important academic resources and through the events, and it's really helpful it's helpful for your experience here in the U. And lastly, we have the football and late night movie events. the friends you make during these events will end up being lifelong friends. So, for today's session, we want to give you a chance to connect with people in your schools and colleges, and we want you to learn what you can expect at the U. And as I mentioned before, this is our last virtual webinar, and we are transitioning to in person. And we are excited to meet you all in person soon. And for our Academic Success Day, it's on September the 1st. Mark your calendar. I'm so excited to meet you all. And I'll pass it to Jason.
Thank you very much, Malak. I'm Jason. I'm an undergrad student leader at the U. So I'll be talking about how to stay connected with ISSS. So firstly, we have our new student website, which has everything you need as you're getting settled here at the U. Then we'll also have our Global Gopher Experience website, where you find all events, programs designed to help you like build community on campus. That link will be in the chat as well. Then if you ever have questions, you can reach out to us directly through our new student email, and ISSS staff member will get back to you. And also, by the way, there's no such thing as a wrong question. Feel free to ask. Don't hesitate. Then lastly, you can follow us on Instagram at ISSS UMN, so you never miss an update or upcoming events or stories from student leaders. And I'll pass it over to Nathan to talk about K.
Thanks, Jason. Hi, my name is Nathan Brown. I am an academic and career coach over in the Center of Academic Planning and Exploration, or otherwise known as CAPE. And I just want to talk to you about what our office is in CAPE, what we do in our office, and the services we offer to students on campus around major and career aspiration. Next slide. So here in our office, we really work with all undergraduate students on campus. These could be students who are exploring majors for the first time, students who are looking between majors, looking at the pros and cons or trade-offs of majors, and then students who may already have a major figured out and they're just looking at alternative or backup plans to that major. We look at their values, their skills, their interests, and their strengths, and we try to help them put together a action plan that they can utilize to make informed decisions about their academic and career pathway. So a lot of things go in that process in the CAPE appointment. We also have a ton of services in our office. So one of the services that we offer is major aspiration coaching. These tend to be 1 hour appointments where students can sit down with a coach and discuss those values, skills, interests, and strengths to put together that action plan I mentioned. We do change of college coaching as well. So if you are thinking of transferring colleges within the U, you can definitely meet with our change of college coach. And these tend to be 30-minute appointments around that entire process. We also do drop-ins with peer coaches. So this is where students can come in and talk with another student to hear about their perspective. And then we offer major networking. So this is where students can get connected with upperclassmen in many different majors that you're interested in and hear from their perspective, how their experiences are going in that major, and so forth. So a lot of different experiences that we offer in our office. Another big event that we have in our office is the Major Minor Expo Fair. So that usually tends to be in the spring semester where students can come and hear about all the type of majors and minors that we offer here at the U. And with that, I will pass it over to Maggie from Leadership.
Hi, everyone. My name's Maggie Harris, and I manage our global courses and programs in the undergraduate leadership minor. And I'm so happy to be here with you today. I briefly, for just about 5 or so minutes, want to review the idea of leadership as it pertains to you and your international student experience. This is not a pitch to join the undergraduate minor, though if you are an undergraduate on this webinar, please reach out to me if you're interested, or you can visit me later in the breakout room. Our undergraduate leadership minor fits into every academic program, be it engineering or liberal arts, business, or more. The leadership minor is a great way to find community as a student in this large institution. But today, we're going to speak about your leadership development experience as a student in general, be it graduate or undergraduate. And this is a way to consider what you're embarking on in this academic experience as a form of leadership. So let me first say that I have some empathy for you as an international student. I grew up my whole childhood as an international student in Asia, with my family remaining abroad while I was in the US as an undergraduate and in graduate school. And so, while not a direct comparison to your university experience, I am familiar with some of the challenges and the opportunities of living outside your home country, away from family, using a language other than your primary language, navigating new social and professional contexts, and more. And leadership development is a great opportunity within this experience, though. There are two key points that I want to make from leadership research that I think may feel relevant to your personal experiences here at the University of Minnesota. Before I do, it's really important to note that culturally, we all may have different definitions, understandings, experiences, and expectations around what leadership is. Gender, age, education, experience, position, culture, and more can shape what we believe leadership to be and if we can be a leader. And that's likely represented in varying ways right here on this call. This is not exclusive to an international identity. This is very human. For purposes of mutual understanding, what I'm talking about today is growing as a leader, meaning shaping things in a positive way through connection to your own identity and experience, through better understanding of self in new and challenging contexts. We can grow our understanding of others and cultivate belonging and inclusive leadership. Belonging is really critical to a strong community, and you are part of our community, and belonging matters. A leader in this context is not necessarily about management or title, but about influence and change and growth, whether you're changing yourself or helping to shift part of a system. So let me share this in the context of two academic frameworks of leadership. In the next slide, please. Thank you so much. First is the notion of global leadership. So global leadership generally involves managing multiple stakeholders. And I want you to think about your work ahead as a student, uh, cultures and resources, and establishing and maintaining structures and processes and relationships required to do that work effectively. That should sound familiar. From what I know of what you're about to have on your journey, you are immersed in a living case study of global leadership as international students. But it's not enough to simply participate. You have to intentionally engage in development along the way and how to do that. So, for your consideration, on the next slide, I introduce the notion of intercultural development and critical global citizenship. So, on the spectrum of intercultural development, we hope to get to a place of deep intercultural engagement, adaptation, and critical global citizenship. So, growing beyond your comfort zone. But on that spectrum, the work has to first start with exploring yourself and connecting with others before you can get to really deep critical work. So, we all here want to encourage you and for you to know that we are here to support you as individuals as you work to connect to others and as you grow interculturally and as global citizens. This puts you in the position to be the cherished leaders that we desperately need in this very complex world. So, not to intend to connect solely to, yeah, the next slide is right. You're correct. Thank you. To the Western and particularly American ideal of individualism, but rather to stress self-awareness. How do you link your global identity and your experience as an international student to shaping your leadership development? So, to risk offering more advice, I want to suggest that as a way to explore self and thereby increase belonging and a more meaningful and intentional engagement in this global leadership exercise you're living, try the following. One, find a resilience and joy practice while you're here. This work is not easy. Make certain that you engage a practice that provides rest, peace, and joy in ways that are meaningful and useful to you. Two, Reframe your thinking as it becomes necessary. Yes, you came here to learn and work hard, and learn you will, and work hard you will, but you will also have, and you do have, incredible gifts to offer and contribute. People want to learn from and be inspired by and connect with you as well. Leaders are aware of what they bring to the table, and asking questions and asking for help when you need it can help you reframe your thinking when you need to. Three, use your resources. You're learning about them today. Connect to your international and your intercultural peers and your services here at the university. Join student groups, share stories, explore your defaults, and get involved. These are things that leaders do. Some of your resources are ISSS, policies and student guides, your advisors, many of whom are here today with us on this call, academic, departmental, and career, and friends you make. And don't forget about us educators, your professors. If your schedule allows, consider taking classes that explore identity and or offer group work. The leadership minor, for instance, has a class that digs into identity and understanding of leadership. We have students of all backgrounds from all majors and identities, creating some diversity in the learning environment. And how can you think about your major, your field of study, and gain new perspectives? Group projects can be a great way to provide reflection points on how our cultural identities shape our work, on how we connect and we lead. And finally, reflect. Research shows that it is not enough to simply experience and be immersed in new things. We only grow when we take time to reflect on those experiences with purpose. And all of these steps are up to you to do. You have to self-activate on these things. And remember that we're all in a global system with varied cultural values. Exploring your identity to better connect with others and cultivate belonging and inclusivity is key to critical global citizenship. And the interconnectedness and the intersectionality of all of us in this live global leadership experience can make us better. You make us better. You are valued, and we're so glad you are here. If you want to learn more about leadership development opportunities, feel free to connect with me at the leadership breakout room at the end, or visit us at lead.umn.edu. If you are a graduate student, we have some information coming up about, and also undergraduate, about leadership workshop opportunities. And with that, I'm going to pass to Anjan from the Graduate School.
Thanks so much, Maggie. Hi, everyone. My name is Aimjan Istaeva. My pronouns are she, her. I work in the graduate school so my title is Assistant Director for Graduate Student Initiatives, which means I design all kinds of programming, workshops, events related to academic support and professional development. I originally come from Kazakhstan. I also was an international grad student here at the University of Minnesota. I came here in 2016, so 10 years ago, to do my PhD in sociology. And then I got this job and I stuck around for a little bit. So on our next slide, I just wanted to kind of take just like 1 minute to offer a brief overview of all the different levels of resources available at the University of Minnesota. This slide is based on my personal experience as a grad student. When I first started my PhD program, I honestly had very little understanding of how vast the university system is. And unfortunately, I primarily focused on my department and program. So I knew a lot about the kind of workshops and events and funding opportunities available at the department level. But then I didn't really understand how the department sat within the broader college and how the college sat within the broader university system. And so I really want to encourage you all to look into what's available to you at your department level, then look into what's available to you at your college or school level. In particular, I would recommend that you find your career center and see if they are available for consultations with grad students. You might need that later for your resume or cover letter or any other job market related support. And then at the broader university level, that's where ISSS is, that's where the graduate school is, which is where I'm located. And we also have all kinds of events and workshops and opportunities. and funding opportunities as well. So please take a little bit of time to do some quick research about all the different opportunities available to you and make sure you use them all. That's my first piece of advice. The next slide just briefly shows all the resources available to you at the graduate school level. So the first one is Gear 1 and Gear Plus. You may have already done the Gear 1, which is basically a series of videos that introduces you to life at the University of Minnesota as a grad student. So it's everything you need to know as a first-year graduate student. And then Gear Plus is again a collection of online resources. We have different topics like research, teaching, writing, job search. And then we have a specific set of resources just for master's students. But basically, the idea is that you can access these resources at any time you want and use them at your own pace. The next big item we have is called Individual Development Plan. We, in a graduate school, really try to push forward this idea of proactive planning. So we encourage grad students to take charge of their own academic journey and career journey later on, and be very specific and intentional about how you want to spend your time here at the University of Minnesota. So if you're a master's student, you don't have that much time. It's maybe like 2 years. If you're a PhD student, you have a little bit more time, but still time flies really fast. And if you have a specific set of goals for each semester and then each academic year, I can assure you you'll have a lot more sense of fulfillment and achievement at the end of your graduate journey. And individual development plan, we have different checklists and prompts and questions that help you think about your academic journey and what is it that you want to achieve, and then come up with a plan, and then use that plan to talk to your advisor, talk to your mentors and other peers, and it can also become like a networking tool for you. The next big set of resources that we have in the graduate school is the programming, so workshops and events. We do have already programming set up for the fall semester. We'll talk about writing skills, writing across genres. We talk about how to cultivate relationships with professionals and colleagues and peers. We'll have a big workshop on research as storytelling. It's an excellent and very fun workshop. I took it twice as a grad student and I love it. It's such a good skill to learn how to tell story with your research in a very engaging and accessible way. So I encourage you to attend that one. And then we do have a listserv. So the last icon on this slide is list. Like I would love for you to all sign up to our list of email. Basically, you'll get an emails and updates about everything that's happening, or if I hear about any exciting I don't know, fellowship opportunity or research opportunity for international grad students, I also share that via our listserv. And then the next slide talks about, oh yes, so Grad Intercom meet and greet, building community. So Grad Intercom is a specific targeted initiative we created in a graduate school just for international graduate students. We meet regularly, we have different community building events, and it's all about building communities. So our very first meeting with all new international grad students will take place on Tuesday, September 1st, tentatively from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. This might change, but we will be in the Walter Library, and we'll talk about the importance of finding your people on campus, people who can support you throughout your graduate journey, because it can get pretty lonely as an international grad student since we're leaving our families and friends and social support networks behind, coming to this new environment. And so this session will be all about how to find and build your own community on campus. Then the next slide, we have an ice cream social for all new grad students, so not just international grads, but all new grads. This will be on Wednesday, September 16th from 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. It will be outside. And it's all about just meeting other students, mingling, having fun, and enjoying ice cream. So please do come for that one. All the registration links are in the chat right now. And the very last slide is about the welcome lunch for all international grad students, so just like a regular grad intercom event to celebrate the beginning of the new academic year. We'll have food, we'll have some trivia games, some prizes, and that will be on Wednesday, September 23rd from 12:30 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. So a quick break from your study to come meet fellow international students, have some food, and play some games. I think that is all on my end, and I will pass it on to Nindu.
Thanks so much. I'm John. Uh, Thank you, Nate. I'm John and Maggie for sharing those information about how to navigate higher education experiences and the resources that international grad students have at the University of Minnesota. I will now introduce you to the GLOW Retreat, and this is the leadership program that Maggie was referring to at the end of Maggie's presentation. And GLOW Retreat is an international student leadership retreat. It happens in two phases. There is one retreat which is specifically designed for undergraduate students, and there is another retreat which is specifically designed for master's, PhD, professional, and postdoc students. Uh, the undergraduate Glow Retreat is happening on October 8th, and the registration link is open now. So I encourage all of you to register. And this is a retreat that collaborates with the leadership minor. So it would be a great opportunity for all the new international undergraduate students to learn leadership skills collectively and to build a community. And the graduate Glow Retreat is scheduled for spring 2027, and more details will be posted in fall. So I encourage both undergrads and grad students to join the Glow Retreat. It will be a great opportunity to learn collectively with wonderful people and to make friendships. And yeah, it's going to be really exciting. Yeah, with that, I will move to the most exciting part of this webinar, which is the breakout rooms. So our breakout rooms will have representatives from your college, field of interest, or level of study. Our hope is that in these breakout rooms, you will learn more and connect around three themes. So the breakout rooms uh, function primarily based on three themes. The first theme is faces, which means who are the key people that you should know in your college and what are their key roles. And the second theme is places. Where are the places you spend a lot of time within your college, maybe outside your college, both virtually and in person? And the third theme is spaces, how to build community and connections in your college. So these are the three themes of the breakout rooms, and you will have conversations, ask questions around these three themes: faces, places, and spaces. With that, I will pass to Liam to walk through the breakout room functions and how to navigate breakout rooms. Liam?
Thank you so much, Nindo. So now we are ready to move into the breakout room sessions. I will give you guys a brief instructions on how to navigate through them. Today we have 27 breakout rooms for our webinar, one breakout room for each college listed on the screen here. There will also be two separate breakout rooms, one for undergrads and the other for graduate students. Each room will be hosted by an undergraduate academic advisor, and also graduate program coordinators, or sometimes even current students from those colleges. There will also be a breakout room for exchange and sponsor students. So if you are an exchange student or a sponsor student, feel free to join that. Please refer to this slide to check the host for your college or degree type. You'll have about 30 to 45 minutes in each breakout room, with a 5-minute warning before the breakout room closes. You can use this time to ask any type of questions that you might have, or just simply connect with your college representative. The types of, as you guys can see on the screen here, we got um, the undergraduate and graduate colleges. For example, the first one we see top left is the College of Education and Human Development with Christopher, and then also with Jeremy, Luke, and a student leader. Um, we also got the College of Food and Agriculture and Natural Resource Sciences, Carlson School of Management, College of Design, College of Biological Sciences, the College of Science and Engineering, College of Liberal Arts, Minnesota English Language Program, and also CAPE, the Center for Academic Planning and Exploration. So each one of those you'll see the names of um, the affiliates that are going to be in those breakout rooms right on the screen there. Now, how you're going to find your breakout room is once we open the breakout rooms in about a minute, you will be able to see the breakout room function on the bottom right of your screen. If you can't see it, click on the three dots and you will be able to see a breakout room option there. When you click it, a window will pop up where you can choose which room to join. So just choose the college that you're with. You're also free to leave your assigned college and join a resource room. Like for example, we got the ISSS, the CAPE, MELP, and also the leadership minor, graduate school and exchange and sponsored. So if you are done with your college or if you want to learn a little bit and connect more with these resources, feel free to join them at any time. One last reminder that the breakout room sessions will not be recorded. If you are having troubles with choosing your breakout room, please stay in the main room and rename yourself to the college or degree and the type of college that you wanna be in, and then we can manually go ahead and assign you to the correct breakout room. Now, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and pass it to Nindu to wrap this up before we open the breakout rooms.
Thanks so much, Liam. And thanks so much, everyone, for joining us today. And we will open the breakout rooms shortly. But before that, just a couple reminders. If you are having issues joining a breakout room, please unmute or chat, and we will place you into your breakout room. And we will also use your names to best figure out where you must go. So if you haven't renamed yourself, please rename yourself. That would help us. We will remain here in the main room, and you do not need to come back to the main Zoom room after you're done with your breakout room. So, which means this is my opportunity to say, see you in late August when you arrive on campus, and that's just a few days away. So, I'm hoping to see all of you in a few days, and I cannot wait to meet all of you in person during our in-person events we have for you. So please come and say hi to all of us. We'll be so excited to meet you. And thanks so much. And hope to see you all in a few days. Now I will pass it to Marina to